Alright, everybody, welcome to MMS. Live on a Wednesday night. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always, bringing you coverage. Alright, everybody, welcome to MMS. Of tonight. Sorry for all the confusion. Just trying to get the stream started and all that. Of course. So right now, 5-minute warm up. Teams of two for tonight, of course, are in order. So right now, as warm-ups start, I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute breather here just to get everything started. I understand there ain't no chat board or nothing like that available at the moment. I apologize. Trying to work out some bugs again and all that good stuff. So that's why. That's why. Alright, so there should be the chat box up and all that. So I hope. Alright, so with 7 seconds left, we're going to get the field ran down here. Alright, with that being said, the 40 lap main event up next. And with that being said, the starting lineup for tonight's running for MMS. Nathan Harper, Ethan Eckert, first, second, Malik Ray, Matthew Lee, Brock Westmoreland, the top 5, Joshua McCullough, Matthew Baker, Richard Elliott, James Warren, Danny Barnes, Cameron Craighead, and Hunter Hastings. Round out the fast 12. On down through the remainder of the field. 13th on down is based off of iRacing's discretion. And it will go as Freddie Bazinez, Kyler Wynn, Jeff Merck, Kenneth McCullough, William H. Scott, and Mark Vondale. The 18 cars rolling off for tonight's running for MMS on Wednesday night. Right now the field enters turn 3. So 18 drivers, 40 laps, little quick dash to the finish. Of course, the field for tonight 50%. So I have all lighties. I have all lights that'll be more or less either 18 to 20 laps on a tank of gas. Maybe a little bit less than that. Alright. Delayed start. Several drivers starting from the pits. Richard Elliott, Hunter Hastings, Jeff Merck. So they'll go green down the back straightaway. Well, while that happens, it'll give us a moment to catch our breaths, really. Matthew Baker as well. Now we're rolling. MMS underway at Talladega. Right now, Nathan Harper's going to lead into turn 3. Malik Ray already jumps up to the outside. They'll remain 2 by 2. Malik Ray already out ahead. Harper's sliding back. At the line. Give it to Malik Ray. Edgar second, Matthew Lee, Nathan Harper, Joshua McCullough, the top 5. Right now, Malik Ray holding the bottom. Well, really, Malik working both lanes. See one car down below the apron. I've been hitting real stop. At the line, Ethan Eckert. Eckert leading his first lap tonight. Right now, Keller Wynn on top. Putting the outside lane 3 by 3 by 3 all the way back about 6-7 rows deep. Already starting to deteriorate. Nathan Harper, the pole sitter, trying to work back to the lead. Malik Ray's going to hold the middle lane down the back straightaway. That third lane ain't done yet. With 35 to go. Malik Ray drops back down to the bottom. Eckert's going to try to work that middle lane. Callaway goes in, working that third lane. Right now, they're still working 3 wide. Kyler Wynn. Well, third lane will be a factor only on the straightaway. They can build a run. You see now they're really starting to fade back. So right now it's up to the middle and the bottom. Harper now. There's the battle back on the bottom. Up the color, Malik Ray almost gets turned for his troubles, but saves it. Right now, Jeff Merck fast lap of the race, 49.462 on lap 3. Right now, Malik Ray and Nathan Harper for the last few laps have been the only ones to really try to trade the lead. Ethan Eckert got up there and try to lead a lap. Right now, 3 different leaders. Matter of fact, Eckert, Malik Ray, who has led 5, and Nathan Harper, who has led 1. Harper up the outside lane. Right now, 3x3, Hunter Hastings in the wall. Kind of going to force them 4 wide. Somebody's got to lift and give out, and it will be Hastings right back down, right behind. I believe that would be Joshua McCullough. No, Freddie Bazinez in that 2 machine. McCullough, Bazinez, and Hastings. The 3 on the top. Right now, McCullough trying to throw his name into the mix as far as trying to lead this race down the back straightaway. 9 down, working on 10. Right now, biggest movers in the race since we started this. There you see it, Keller went up 11, McCullough up 6, Jeff Burke up 7. They're your biggest movers of the race so far. Jeff Burke's going to take it 4 wide. Well, Burke's plan taking 4 wide did not quite work out. Elite Ray right back down to the middle, but the middle lane is kind of split up for the most part. They work down the back straight away. But right now, right back to the 3rd lane. Well, tell some drivers not willing to. Oh, there they go. Ethan Eckert around. Nathan Harper. Drivers. Danny Barnes got him. Matthew Lee. Eckert's around. Harper gets a piece out of this. Well, let's look at it. Well, Harper went up. Elite Ray kind of split them. And, Matthew Lee into the side of Nathan Harper, and around they go. Damn. Danny Barnes gets a piece of it. Let's run on board with Nathan Harper. See if we can see this. Pretty much a big mess early. Ethan Eckert ought to have a good shot at this one. Oh, Matthew Lee. But this is really where it's all going to start with Matthew Lee. Just getting loose. Don't know if he was catwalking it or what the issue was. If he got a bad push. Just got him in the back and got it turned sideways. Danny Barnes getting a piece of this. Well, first caution of the night involves 4 cars: Ethan Eckert, Danny Barnes, Matthew Lee, and Nathan Harper. Well, Danny Barnes ought to be fine. It does bring the field down. Well, for the field, get back single file, 1 to green, and when they restart, it'll be 26 laps to go. Matthew Lee black flag will be a drive-through penalty For the cause of caution as Malik Ray and Kyler Wynn brings us down into the tri-oval and into the United Reynolds restart zone. We're rolling. Malik Ray and Kyler Wynn side by side. Westmoreland, Merck, and Greg Ed. The top 5. Down the back straightaway, James Waring inside the top 10. Along McCullough, Vondale, Richard Elliott, and Nathan Harper trying to gain ground back up. It's funny how Nathan Harper involved in the first caution back inside the top 10. The only issue is it is a tough time trying to regain that ground with these trucks and the package that they have. Right now, Kyler Wynn down to the bottom. Here comes Jeff Burke. James Waring going to try to cut Craig Kidd. He's going to get it. But Jeff Merck trying to return to victory lane on the Raging Giddy Racing Network. And right now, doing a pretty good job at Kyler Wynn. Up to cover. Jeff Merck, Malik Ray back down to the bottom. And Waring and Greg Ed coming together tight, 3 wide. Still beating and banging. Oh, they're still banging again. Craig Ed all over the plate. There they go. Caution is out. Did they save it? The son of a... They did. Caution out, nonetheless. Let's look back and see what happened. Well, I believe they saved it. A lot of contact, a lot of beating and banging. Yep. How the hell they saved that? I have no idea. It was a hell of a save nonetheless. Regardless of the foul post under the second caution of the night with Jeff Merck the leader. Well, right now, Jeff Mark, Malik Ray, Brock Westmoreland, Kyler Wynn, and Joshua McCauley at top 5. And same Matthew Lee, who had to take that drive-through penalty. Guys, here comes the field back down pit road. Jeff Mark already down and away. Mark will win the race off the pit road. Or actually, hold on, I might be wrong here. Nope, Malik Ray gets the race off pit road. So Malik Ray, Jeff Mark count a win. Josh McCullough, Nathan Harper, top 5 off pit road. Bazinez, Elliott, Hastings, Baker, and Eckert. Your top 10. Well, second caution of the night. A little bit of a race recap to get us going here. From Elite Ray to leader. 10 lead changes already. Of course, under the second caution for 5 laps. Will be 6 here in a moment. That is the race recap if you're just joining us tonight. Alright, well, to rewrite the top 10 as we go back to green. Malik Ray, Jeff Merck, Joshua McCullough, Kyler Wynn, Nathan Harper, top 5. Freddie Bazinez, Hunter Hastings, Richard Elliott, Ethan Eckert, Mark Vondell. Your top 10. The remainder of the field, William H. Scott in 11th, Kim McCullough 12th. Danny Barnes, Cameron Craig had 13th to 14th. Matthew Lee, Matt Baker 15th and 16th. Brock Westmoreland and James Warren runs out 17th and 18th. We're rolling again. Malik Ray with great start. Jeff Murray right window on the bottom lane. McCullough, Bazinez, Hunter Hastings, the top 4 on the outside lane. Richard Elliott up there, and you get top 5. 4 on the bottom, Jeff Merck, Calvin Wynn. Nathan Harper has worked himself up into the top 5, and Ethan Eckert. Merck up to the middle, cover Malik Raby, 19 to go at the line. Right now, as it stands, top 9, bit of a breakaway from the field, but McCullough, Lee, Baker, Westmoreland, and others coming fast. Well, McCullough and them are coming. They're starting to get single file up now, so they will be within striking range within at least another lap, maybe lap and a half. Hunter Hasty backing up to them. We'll try to give them a pull and see if they cannot run down the top 8 with 18 to go. Right now, again, we're going to reiterate biggest movers of the race since the start. And Jeff Burke and Colin Wynn both up 14 and 12 spots where they started. Bazinez up 5. Kevin McCullough up 6. They're your biggest movers so far. Right now, biggest droppers in the field. Matthew Lee in 11th, down 7. Baker down 5. Brock Westmoreland down 8. Barnes and Waring 6 and 9 spots down for where they started. Right now, fast lap of the race, Calvin Wynn last time around at 49, 127. Well, 3 wide again. Nathan Harper leads the bottom. Jeff Merck in the middle lane. Malik Ray leads the top. Down the back straightaway. Right now they're going after each other. Well, the laps tick away. The intensity will start picking up. Jeff Merck right back to the lead. Jeff has led 3 laps so far tonight. Malik Ray has led 12, most out of any driver, who right now sits in 7th. The pole sitter, Nathan Harper, will lead that lap, being second lap led. Of course, Harper involved in the first caution of the night. On his own doing, of course, but nonetheless an unfortunate victim in it. Here comes Wynn right back down to the bottom. Malik Ray starting to lag a little bit. Gone back, gone again. There he is. So right now, Baker and Lee trying to make that 3rd lane come back to life. They'll get Hastings jump up there with them. wide again. Well, Hastings, Lee, and Baker, they're right back up with them. The only issue is they do not have enough trucks to really make anything happen. Danny Barnes, 6.5 seconds off the pace. William H. Scott, James Warren, 15 and 19. Realistically, 14 drivers within half a second of each other. 14 drivers who can still win this race realistically unless there's another caution. Here comes the rest of the field. Contact entering the pits. McCullough going way out. Eckert gets punted. It is a messy pit stop. Kevin McCullough in this time. A lot of them are in. Good God almighty, pit road's a tangled mess. And with that, Richard Elliott, meatball flag. And the night will be done for Richard Elliott. Kyler Wynn, black flag. Meanwhile, the other thing, Harper, Eckert, Lee, Westmoreland, all of them stayed out, along with Barnes, William H. Scott, James Warren. Here comes the other four in this time. Right now, final four are in. We focus back in on what could be the lead pack. Danny Barnes, black flag. The rest of the field is in now, as a matter of fact. Well, Jeff Mert will lead them through the United Roads restart zone. 10 to go. They got to hurry up and get on out. William H. Scott and James Warren right now, your two leaders, just now exiting the pits. Right now, that will swallow up Lee, Nathan Harper, Ethan Eckert, and now the field will set their sights on William H. Scott and James Warren. Well, the bad part of this is Warren is all by himself, and so is Scott. 3.7 out at 3.7 second lead. There you see the field will catch James Warren. We'll go to the outside. Oh, McCullough comes up in a Bazinez. Big wreck. Jesus. Ken McCullough's night just came to an end. Well, he'll still have a fast repair, but with 10 laps to go, the possibility of the win might have just dropped drastically. Let's see what happened. We're trying to get around James Warren. Everybody starts fading up slowly. And but they say everybody dressed up slowly. Bazinez and McCullough with a big run. Yep, Kenny just comes up into Bazinez and bam. Wicked shot into the outside wall. Falls in Baker's lap and McCullough upside down. Matthew Lee gets a piece of this. Second incident of the night for Lee. And a big shot into the front. Well, you know it's big whenever. And really, You know it's big whenever a car comes back up in front of the field. However, I am surprised that we did not have more involved as right on board with Kenny McCullough. He never stopped lifting. For Freddie Bazinez. Well, there's the move. McCullough comes up and just, I mean, nothing Bazinez can do. Third caution of the night. Right now, Jeff Burke, Josh McCullough, Hunter Hastings, Cameron Craighead, Nathan Harper, Ethan Eckert, Malik Ray, Brock Westmoreland, James Waring, and William H. Scott, your top 10. Folks, we're going to take a quick step away. We'll be right back with MMS Live at Talladega. All right, folks, we are back. Honestly, I believe the black flag will be coming to Ken McCullough. And what, honestly, it's very rare you see Kenny make a mistake like that. Possibly just a misjudge the run coming. Regardless of the fact, won the green this time. All right. We're going to re-rack it one more time. With what will be 6 laps to go when the field gets to the start-finish line. Jeff Merck, Josh McCullough, first and second. Hunter Hastings, Cameron Craighead, and Ethan Eckert, your top 5. Nathan Harper, Malik Ray, Brock Westmoreland, James Waring, and William H. Scott, Jr., your top 10 on down. Bart Vondale, Matthew Baker, Freddie Bazinez, Kevin McCullough, who does have a black flag in a drive-through penalty that he will have to serve. Kyler Wynn in 15th, Matthew Lee. The 16 drivers still eligible for the win tonight. Danny Barnes, Richard Elliott needing another caution or two for both of them to get back on the lead lap. As the field goes back down to United Rentals Restart Zone. We're rolling. Jeff Burke with a great start. Entering turn one, going to jump right up behind or in front of McCullough. Hastings to the bottom along with Harper, Westmoreland, James Warren still in the mix here down the back straightaway. At the line, we see Baker and Scott back there trying to make something happen. Craighead stuck on the outside lane, and at the line, give it to Joshua McCullough. Craighead hard into the wall. No caution though. We gotta add the wall, however. Don't know what damage is done to that truck. Obviously going to lose the draft here. Ethan Eckert to the top side. Going to bring Malik Ray with him along with Merck and Westmoreland. Or Westmoreland and Hastings, I should say. Bottom lane completely, practically deteriorated. Danny Barnes still up there, one lap down, however. Right now, Mark Vondale hanging just outside top 5 in that yellow and white 59 machine. Great run for Vondale if he can cash out tonight. Freddie Bazinez up the middle, or up the outside lane. Eckert to cover the middle lane, going to leave McCullough at the bottom at the line. Freddie Bazinez leads his first laps of the race tonight. Bazinez, Wynn, Harper, James Warren. Down to the bottom, Bazinez. Only dropped to the middle lane, bottom lane, nowhere to be seen for the moment. Scott McCullough, Jeff Merck, Danny Barnes. Westmoreland comes down. He's going to clip Malik Ray, and around they go again. Ray hard into the outside wall. And hard into the middle, or hard into the inside lane. The inside wall, for Christ's sakes. Under caution for the fourth time tonight. Well, you can tell that Malik Ray not all that happy. Let's back it up and go back and look at it. Well, reanalyze it here. Give me for the Raging Idiot Racing Network blink camera. It's all going to materialize down here. Westmoreland goes to the bottom. Or see if he comes back up in front of Malik Ray are not Richard Elliott, and we're both getting a piece. Let's slow this down. Slow motion. We're already around at that point. Well, damn. Can't do shit right. Alright, right here. So Westmoreland goes down. Okay, Brock comes up. For what I can tell, into the back of Malik Ray. That's all she writes. Question the damage on. I don't think James Waring will get a lot of damage out of this, but I believe Richard Elliott will get a significant amount. Let's run on board with Richard Elliott through this. There's the move. Gets into the back of Malik Ray. There's nothing. Run on board with Malik Ray. Last but not least, James Waring's on board. Really gets through it, but well, I'll tell you what this is going to do. This should set them up. Yep. First attempt, green, white, checkered. Well, fourth caution of the night. It will be the first attempt at green, white, checkered. To re-rack it. Freddie Bazinez, Ethan Eckert, Kyler Wynn, Nathan Harper, James Ware in the top 5. Brock Westmoreland, Kim McCullough, Hunter Hasty, Matthew Baker, and Jeff Merck, the top 10. All right. First attempt. Out of green, white, checkered. Bazinaz, Eckert. Into the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling. Bazinaz up to cover Eckert. Immediately down the back straightaway. Bazinaz, Eckert win the top three. Starting to fan out. Hurricane Baker's going to try that third lane again. Do they have enough time to make something happen? Off of 4. Well, they'll see it. They will see the white flag. At the line, Freddie Bazinez leads them to the white flag. 1 to go for Dega. Eckert's going to turn him hard into the wall. There they go. Meanwhile, side by side, Eckert and Harper. Everybody's still trying to figure out where to go. Harper down to the bottom, gonna bring McCullough and Malik Ray with him. Down in front straightaway. Harper up to cover McCullough at the line. Nathan Harper to victory lane. McCullough, Malik Ray, Eakin Eckert, and Keller win the top 5. And Eckert will take out McCullough and Harper. Tempers possibly flaring. Well, destroy truck and all. Nathan Harper back to victory lane. And also, we're going to talk to race control. Well, Nathan Harper will burn it down. But the finish, I have all lighties. There will be controversy. course, normally we'd be gone in and interviewed some drivers by now. So finish is under review. Well, let's get Nathan Harper in here. Nathan Harper, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I do.
Well, right now, unofficially, you are the winner. Understand that the finish is under review. I'm assuming that whole last lap. But right now, you're declared the winner. Take us through the whole race. Involved in a caution on lap 10. Had to battle all the way back to get the job done. And take me through that last lap.
Yeah, well, like you said, unofficial. You know, they were sitting there saying ELL me, and I look back at it, and you know the whole deal with Freddie. I mean, I don't know, man. I might have just done those burnouts for no reason, but I guess I'll. I don't know. Well, I don't know yet, but I guess I'll talk about my race. Yeah, you know, it was a team event. Me and Brock. You know, we were doing good. We were up front most of the race, and we both had to go to the back due to damage. And then at the end, we found ourselves together, but unfortunately, he got EOL'd, or black flagged, I should say. He didn't get EOL'd, so he took advantage of that. And, you know, at that point, well, okay, well, the team thing is, you know, out of the question. You know, we're not going to get anything. It's game over. So at that point, I just got to win myself. And he stayed with me and pushed. And then the whole thing that went on the backstretch, and, you know, when Kyler had a run on me, I was kind of a sitting duck, and Josh went with me. And then we started rolling the bottom, and man, I just threw the blocks of my life. Like I usually don't do that. Like usually I wreck myself, but holy cow, I was mirror driving crazy. And I really hope I did not do that for nothing. But I don't know. I mean, if we get EOL'd, then the cold spell continues. So we'll sit here and hope we got it.
Looking back at it, the way I see it, Ethan Eckert gets into the back of hard to say if Bazinez comes up trying to block and misjudge it, or if Eckert gets into the back. I don't really know what they'll be reviewing your case for, but either way, hell of a night regardless. If it stands, what does it mean to return to victory lane for MMS?
Well, if it does stand, yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've won again. You know, I need to be more consistent. That's what I've been struggling with lately, and I mean, this would if this stands, I really hope it does. Yeah, I definitely needed this one. That would propel me and give me momentum for NASRA coming up, a special event this weekend. It's 500 miles at Talladega in the truck. So that, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
My buddy, last question I got for you before I let you head out of here. Is there anybody want to thank Night Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out to Brock Westmoreland. You know, got the drawing, got him as a teammate. And deep down, I was like, uh-oh, that's not good because he might have internet issues. But I was the one who was having internet issues. And then we managed, and we stayed up front. And, you know, the ending sucked. He got EOL'd, but he was there at the end and pushed me. And then I went from there and got the job done. Not the team payout, but still, we did good. We did good.
All right, buddy. A hell of a night right now. Nathan Harper, the MMS winner at Talladega. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, that being said, get both the teammates in here. First up, Joshua McCullough. Joshua McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast. Big got a copy, buddy.
Gotcha.
Well, a wild finish to say the least. Take me through your night. The 14 had speed all throughout the night, got up into the running. Did you feel like there was anything that you could have done different to try to get the win tonight?
I was pretty happy to get Malik Ray as my teammate. He's a really good driver. I was glad to actually be able to work with him for once. Our main goal was to try to stay up front. We had a couple wrecks that screwed us and put us in the back a little bit, and Malik was managed. Malik was able to manage to get his way back up there, and were able to secure first on the team.
Well, buddy, it's been a while since we've been able to talk to you. I got to ask, does it feel good to, even though it ain't the win, does it feel good to wrap up the team victory thing? And really, as we approach the new little dog, big dog season, what's the expectations for the 14 team going forward?
Hoping I can get on a good team, and that's the only thing I could really ask for is getting on a good team.
Well, buddy, last question before I let you head out tonight. Is there anybody want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Shout out to Malik Ray for being my teammate. Shout out to you for doing the broadcast. Shout out to McCullough Motorsport.
All right, buddy. Joshua McCullough will end tonight, finishing second, but him and Malik Ray will take the overall team finish portion of this tonight. Hell of a job, buddy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, that being said, Malik Ray, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast. Big copy, buddy.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, I got to say. Out of it to set up overtime, and then right back in it at the end of overtime in the finish. Take me through it. Wild last lap, huh?
Yeah, man, it was a pretty crazy last lap. I was just telling Josh that as long as like me and him stay on the bottom, I mean, like if there is like a huge wreck, you know, like we should be able to go through it. Like if we're on the bottom, and that's you know, I mean, that's exactly what happened. They all wrecked up front, and me and him just scooted by on the bottom. So.
Well, but I got to say, I do want to take you back from your perspective with the contact between you and Westmoreland. What did you see and what did you feel? First off, do you feel like he maybe came up a little bit, or what was your take on it?
Yeah, he came up. I haven't really had too many issues with him. It would have been nice if he would have like apologized after he realized it was his fault, but I understand everybody's, you know, not like that, so it is what it is. But yeah, I already knew that I didn't cause the wreck. That's why once he said something, I just stayed quiet the whole time because I already knew that it wasn't on me.
Well, buddy, whole lot better what my might would be, but but I got to say, yeah, we'll walk out here leading the most laps. I know the win isn't what you anticipated, but how does it feel for you and Joshua McCullough to take the team portion of it and going forward as Little Dog Big Dog approaches again? What's the expectations for you and whichever? Really, what's the expectations for you, because we know the teams have not been made yet?
Um, I just try to just, you know, like whoever I end up with, I just try to, you know, just guide them and just work well with them like in the race. And, you know, it's so far it seems to be ending up pretty good. Whoever I end up teamed with, I mean, we always end up either, you know, like in first or second or third. So you know, I'm excited for it. Shout out to Josh too, by the way. He drove a hell of a race. He finished second, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah, with that being said, it'll lead me to the last question that ends all interviews. Is there anybody want to thank tonight, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Roger Shelton at Tent Solutions, and you guys for broadcasting, and Josh McCullough for his help tonight. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Malik Ray will end the night finishing third, and him and Josh McCullough again will take the teammate overall portion for tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. With that being said, the results for tonight are as ordered or as followed. Matter of fact, waiting for the unofficial word. Unofficially, Nathan Harper, Joshua McCullum, Elite Ray, your top 3. Ethan Eckert, Colin Wynn, the top 5. Cameron Cricket, Hunter Hastings, Danny Barnes, William H. Scott, Matthew Lee, Matthew Baker, Jeff Merck, or Mark Vondell, Jeff Merck, James Warren, Kevin McCullough, the top 15. And then the rest of the field, Freddie Bazinez, Brock Westmoreland, and Richard Elliott rounds out the field tonight. That being said, appreciate everybody for watching tonight. Congratulations to right now Nathan Harper on the win. Of course, still an official. And congratulations are in order to Joshua McCullum, Elite Ray, your teammate winners tonight with the best average finish of 2nd and 3rd. And with that being said, tomorrow night, HGR should be on deck. Been having some issues with the streaming thing that I've been using here lately, so hopefully everything is back to normal tomorrow, and hopefully we can bring HGR live without any issues. But until then, appreciate everybody watching tonight. And I'll see everybody tomorrow night for HGR. Until then, take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your night.